All right, guys, how's it going? Starting about 10 minutes late. Sorry about that. We were having some technical difficulties, I guess, but we're back now. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Bad Batch tonight. We're having some technical difficulties, I guess, but we're back now on multiple streams, I guess. That's what let me know that I wasn't live, guys. Sorry about that. So how's it going, everybody? Thank you, all five of you, for jumping in and saying hello. Tell anybody in the Discord that we're up and live. And tonight I want to run through the Bad Batch. I want to run through this episode and find out what everybody thinks. I'm definitely excited that we are continuing to get this good content. Dave Filoni never disappoints. I was talking in X-Wing's Discord earlier with a bunch of guys, and we were discussing a bunch of different stuff that we're going to go over again today, because I could talk about this stuff nonstop, days on end. So strap in. We're going to play. I'm going to play the whole episode. It might be a little quiet here and there. I don't really want to run through everything that's going on, but I do want everybody to tell me what they think as the episode goes on. So if you want to play the episode, I encourage you to play the episode. If you because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run through the whole thing just so that we can everybody can talk about it, what's going on. I wish I could play it so that but the mouse will have a cow, so I don't want to upset the mouse and get the channel shut down. But yeah, I'll let you guys know when we're going through. I think that the first initial watch, when we're in these watch parties or we're watching it the first time for ourselves, we're really excited. I know X-Wing was tired last night. I watched his stream this morning at 6 when I got up, and a lot of the community stays awake all night, and that's awesome. But I think that we get a little lost in all our excitement. So everybody does pre-shows, everybody does watch parties during. I wanted to do something a little different here and talk about it 18 hours later when everybody's had a chance, because we're all excited about it. So I know everybody's pretty much getting up and are we on a black screen still? Are you guys seeing me? Everybody okay? Let me I think no, I'm up. So cool. And so we're cool. I just saw in the Discord that somebody was not able to see, thought there was some black screen. So yeah, so we're gonna go through the episode, and everybody's had a little bit of time to kind of assess what their thoughts are and to talk with their friends and their peers and everybody on the Discord and see what's going on. We're also going to do our giveaway at the end. I think there were only 5 of you guys that were involved in the giveaway entries that were on the Discord. If you're not on the Discord, go sign up. Same name here as on Discord, and join us. It'll tell you whenever we upload new videos and when we have giveaways, because I do want to do giveaways as we go on. So today's going to be a tiny little giveaway. It's not a big one. Like I said, there's only 5 of you, so honestly, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I have a couple extra cards. So if you guys don't know, Dave Filoni did an amazing job on 10 trading cards for Tops. And basically in 2016, he did these cards to tell the story that we didn't get to see. We saw her last at the end of season 2, when we last see her fighting Vader as Ezra and Kanan fly away and the temple explodes. Nobody really knows what happened. So these cards right here were created to kind of give us an idea of what happened to Ahsoka during that time. And then at the end of Rebels, in the World Between Worlds, we see that Ezra saves her and takes her out of that moment, and then she runs back in at the end. I just did a video on this. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But we have these, I have a couple extra cards, so I wanted to give those to you guys. So I'm going to do 2 different giveaways. So actually, I'm just going to leave it open. If you're in the stream and you haven't signed up, I hope that's fair to everybody else. If you guys think that's okay, you could type 1. If you don't, you could type 2, and we'll just take the public consensus at the end. But I think if you're in here and you want to get on it, jump on the Discord, jump on the giveaway entry, hit the little check mark. There's 5 guys right now. So yeah, so jump on in. I'm going to start the episode, and we're just going to jibber jabber through it. And if you want to click along, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown to when I start. And then we're going to start the episode in the background. I'm not going to play it. Again, I don't want the mouse to have a cow. So yeah, it'll give me a couple seconds to refresh, and then we'll jump into it. So hang out, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go. So I just pushed play, 0 seconds, Lucasfilms, all that intro stuff. So type in the chat what you guys think as we go along, any theories you have, any ideas you have going forward through this episode, and then we'll go through everything at the end. If any of you guys want to jump on, let me know. I'll send you the link in the Discord and have you guys come on and let's hear what you think. So basically, where we left the guys at this point, they were just delivering Jabba's Rancor and collecting their payment from Sid, and Bib and the Rancor took off and left Jabba's palace. Now, we come into the intro, and a blaster bolt almost takes a patron's head off that's trying to come into the bar, and so that person runs away. Now we see the guys trying to teach Omega how to use this bow, and I don't really understand this personally. If in an opening sequence, I get they're trying to teach her. Why don't they just give her a blaster? You already know she's killer with a blaster. She shot Crosshair a couple times with a blaster. So I don't really understand this scene. I understand that Echo and the boys are trying to train her to be efficient and consistent, but that's not really the weapon. I guess if they're trying to teach her how to utilize any weapon she picks up, cool. But I don't really see the point in this one here, and just giving her that bow. She's obviously not as strong, so she has a hard time pulling it back, and it gets away from her. If you've ever shot bow, it's tough when you have a heavy draw and you're not very strong. So Sid interjects and says it's time to talk business, kicks the patrons out that are betting on Omega, however you guys want to say it. I'll make you guys a deal. I'll say it how you want. Type 1 for Omega and type 2 for Omega. So they're going to talk about this tactical droid and the importance of them. But this is what Sid wants. This is what her client wants, is a tactical droid. And we find out that all of the droids are being decommissioned and burned down, but there's a factory that's decommissioning them, and Sid wants one of those smart tactical droids. 2. Okay, so far it's a 2. So far it's Omega. Patrick says, let's jump on some of these. Patrick says maybe they're teaching her to use the bow, teaching her to tune out distractions and focus. I mean, that's absolutely true. That's something they would do probably in their clone training on Camino. Sid ends up grabbing the bow and showing her, it's these weak little arms. Of course, all the clones were the same, so all of them would be weak at that age. It doesn't matter that she's a girl. Now the guys are sent on their mission to the droid decommissioning factory. Okay, so far we've got two guys. 2 of you guys are saying that it's Omega, and I'm totally in on that. I'll just call her Omega. But whenever we're in X-Wing stream, let's make sure to call her Omega. just to have fun with that. So Strike, thanks for getting in on the entry. Like I said, we're going to do it at the end of the stream. I guess I'll grab an app that's a randomizer. In the future, for the bigger stuff, just so you guys know, I'm actually getting a bingo polling machine because I'm going to write your names on each of the balls that are each of the bingo or ping pong balls that are going into the random spinner. And that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go old school. I don't want to do some of these bigger giveaways because I do when we hit our 500 and 1,000, we're going to do some bigger giveaways. I don't want to say any of it now, but I have a really big one when we get our 1,000th subscriber. It's going to be a huge one, and I really, really, really want to pump that one up. But unfortunately, we're not there yet. We're only at our 50, and that's why we're going to give away a couple baseball cards. I'm excited about it because I had extra, and why not share my extras with you guys? So just to say thank you for supporting the channel and supporting the Discord and just having a good time on all of these other streams. So at this point, the boys and Omega are breaking into the droid facility, and we noticed that Wrecker's got a real issues with heights. So Omega. So I think that he's probably always had an issue with heights. I mean, what bigger giant person that's basically a giant boulder that man isn't afraid of heights and falling. So yeah, welcome Average to the party. We got Solonic and Strike in the chat. And yeah, so if you guys are watching along, like I said, I wanted to kind of do this just because everybody gets so, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I watched this episode twice or three times today already before this stream. So I think I have a better idea of what I like about it and what I don't. So it's really interesting to see the character development with Omega and with the team, and even hearing how Wrecker misses Hunter a little bit because he doesn't want to go up and be in the sniper lookout. He wants to be on the ground bashing heads, and he doesn't like heights. That's the second time we've seen that in this episode, so maybe that's going to come into play later in the series, is dislike of heights. I really do like Echo's right arm being a comport. I really enjoy the fact that he can just plug into machines and do what he's got to do. I never get to say that out loud, but I think that's one of my favorite things about him. At this point, we see the sisters, and we don't know it's them, but we do see. I am in the Gold Squadron, by the way. But we see the sisters show up, and I think everybody was surprised here. I think everybody took a step back saying, whoa, why these two again? We did 4 episodes of filler in Clone Wars season 7. Why are these two back? But I think this is going to feed into a larger scheme down the road. Dave Filoni doesn't do anything without a plan. And I think any episodes that have anything to do with people Ahsoka is associated with, we potentially could see in the live action. She may need to put a crew together. She may already have a crew. We only saw her when she was picking up Sabine. We didn't see the rest of the ship's crew. So maybe there's a crew in there we don't know about. And maybe it's these two. Maybe it's the sisters. So yeah, I think that that's why the sisters are in this episode. I think a lot of us were surprised to see them, but I think they're going to serve a larger purpose. I don't know if we'll see them again in this episode, in this season of Bad Batch, or if they're just giving us some feeder to feed Ahsoka and maybe her crew later. So at this point, the security droids have been deployed, and everybody is after the tactical droid's head. So everybody's blaster bolts are flying everywhere. Red, blue blaster bolts are going everywhere. And the kids and the girls are keeping their hands on the tactical show. See, Solonic agrees. We will see them in the Ahsoka show. I tend to believe that also. I think that could potentially finish out the crew. Maybe it's going to be Ahsoka, Sabine, and the sisters. So I agree with that. I think we will see them in the Ahsoka show. I think that's the reason they're giving them to us now. At this point, the everybody's after the droid head still. So we see the sisters communicating and running around, and we see Omega chasing them, and with a big game of hot potato, basically, is what they're doing. Average says, I would love to see them in Ahsoka. See, I think that's basically everybody's consensus. I don't think we expected to see them in the Bad Batch. I think everybody thought we were going to jump right into a Rex Ahsoka meetup. But if that's going to happen, they're going to give that's the meat of the sandwich. They're not going to give that to us at the beginning. They're going to make us wait for that stuff. So at this point in the show, we are at about 10 minutes in. We're about halfway through. And this is where we get another hint of Wrecker disliking heights. So Echo's transferred power up to the control area, up where Wrecker is. And we see Wrecker having to jump over the hot molten metal foundry below him. And he looks down. He hates heights. He's very discouraged, but he's going to do it. He's going to jump over, swing off this claw, and facilitate the mission. So he jumps, he swings, holds it with one arm like he's dunking a basketball, and then he jumps onto the platform and hits his head again. Now, this is like the second or third time we've seen Wrecker hit his head, and everybody is waiting for his chip to activate. I mean, I think everybody keeps waiting for him to say those magic words. Good soldiers follow orders. Let's see what you guys are thinking in the chat. I think the fact that those tactical droids are getting destroyed is kind of a big deal. I totally agree with that, Solonic. The Empire knows that the tactical droids are the number one weapon against them. They know that there's still clones out there facilitating the mission of security and enforcement for the Empire, and the clones are the only thing they have right now. They don't have commissioned troops. They have a couple squadrons that are being trained, but they really don't have commissioned troops. So there's no stormtroopers really running around. There are some, Tarkin style people, some commanders in the Empire, but there's not really a big presence of stormtroopers. They're still clones, so they have to destroy these tactical droids because they know how to defeat clones. They know all their battle strategies. They know all that stuff. So to get rid of the tactical droids, I agree, Solonic. This is a huge deal in the fight against the Empire. Strike says, I kind of agree. I didn't care for the sisters. We're main characters, but I enjoy them being supporting. Yeah, so I think everybody's in the same boat. We're all about seeing the girls in a supporting role, not necessarily being the focus of the show. So, and I don't think they will be. I think that we're going to get some of them, but we're not going to get all of them. It's going to be the Ahsoka Sabine show. What I think that's what's coming up, and that's what they've teased. So at this point, Wrecker's bringing down the house. So Wrecker's got that cable strapped to the conveyor belt and just destroys like 10 droids with one move. Omega's trapped under this droid. Now, I know a lot of people have been talking about her like she has a force ability. Well, if she had a force ability at this point, she's 9 or 10 years old, the force would have helped her in these situations. She would have been pushing all of those metal droids off her because her fear would have done that just instinctively. So I really don't think that she's force sensitive. I think she's just a clone, another clone experiment, just like the All Troop 99. So yeah, I mean, she would have force jumped out of this foundry area. She wouldn't have needed all this help uh, from the Martell sister or Wrecker, or not Wrecker, Hunter. She would have just force jumped out of there instinctively because the force would have willed her out almost. Um, so yeah, I'm not a big believer. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the chat. I'm not a big believer that Omega is a force sensitive clone. I think she is just a um, she's just another experimental clone like Clone Force 99. So now we got the head and security's been alerted, so everybody's there. Let's see what Patrick has to say. As we've gotten along, I've stopped believing that she is force sensitive as well. Yeah, see, um, I think, we have this here. I think she has all of their skills. I agree. I think that this is the common thought is that for me, I specifically think that the fact that she didn't push off the droids with the force or force jump out of that foundry, that that she's not force sensitive. Solonic says, looking forward to seeing Wrecker go full Order 66. He's probably like the Hulk in Marvel. See how he was able to fight that Rancor. I agree. And I think a lot of people are very much ready to see him go Order 66. We just passed the part in the show where he said the magic words, good soldiers follow orders. So he is already on the path to Order 66. At this point, we see the sisters trying to fix the tactical droid and get it to activate all the droids on the disassembly line so that they can use them to fight the droids. Now, the clones mention, well, they're going to come and hunt us. And the sisters tell them, no, we're going to reprogram it. We're going to have control. There's a problem. It doesn't have a transmitter powerful enough. Tech pulls one out of his bag of tricks and puts it on there, and they put a data stick in it. Now, nobody really knew that there was a data stick at that moment, but it's a data stick. Sorry, spoiler alert. Again, if you haven't seen it, get out of here. So yeah, here we have those magic words that Wrecker woke up and said, good soldiers follow orders, and then he shakes it off because the team needs him. He, episode by episode, is becoming closer and closer to his inhibitor chip being activated and turning on his friends because they're not following Order 66. So they're in a gun battle with the security. Let's see what you guys have to say. I think Bad Batch, let's see, Solonic says, I think that Bad Batch will need to kill Wrecker. That would be so sad. Let's see what Strike has to say. He only said good soldiers. Maybe the follow orders will mean the turn is complete. That's very possible. His chip may only be halfway powered or halfway active. And let's see what Average has to say. I think he will turn and they will try to fix and find Rex to help him. Exactly. That's kind of what we were talking about earlier. I don't know if there were only a couple of us in the X-Wing VC chat. But we were talking about that specifically, that I think that Rex is going to need to be found possibly to fix Wrecker's inhibitor chip. I believe that, but we'll get to that after the episode. But right now, the droids have turned on the security droids and the Bad Batch is making their escape. That worked. And Tech gives the data stick to Hunter, to the leader. Now everybody's making their escape. It's funny. This is an ironic scene to me personally because you see these clones being protected by the Techno Union droids. You see the B1 droids. You see all the droids protecting the clones. I think it's kind of ironic. I don't know what you guys think. I'm actually might make a video on how that's a funny, ironic twist. Now, we see them escape on the ship, and I didn't even realize it when I saw it. I was talking to the guys in the VC. That's R7 right there piloting the ship. So that tells me right there, we're going to talk about that later, but if you didn't notice that, R7 is piloting the ship. And if you looked at the subtitles, some of these guys let me know in the VC earlier that is actually R7. It's in the subtitles, it's in the script. So R7 has been put back together since he got blown apart on the Venator with the 332nds when they turned on Ahsoka and Rex. Let's see what Patrick had to say while they're having a little convo. In my opinion, we lost one of the crew to Order 66 already. I think it would be kind of cheap just to do it again somewhat. I agree with that. I don't think that it would be an easy way to get rid of a character like that. I'd have to agree. So here we are at the end. Omega is saying how much she had with the Martell sisters, and Patrick says, I mean, not too many people liked Crosshair before, but many people liked Wrecker, so it would be different weight to carry. I agree with that 100%. So we see Hunter give the data stick from the tactical droid to the Martell sisters. I hope I'm saying that right. Let me know if I'm doing it wrong. I muted this whole thing, the episode, and I didn't write it down. But Hunter gives the data stick to the sisters because they said they had a friend that was fighting the Empire that could use it more. To them, it's just a commission. It's just money. It's just getting credits. But to them, this could help fight the Empire. And right now, the Clone Troop 99 is all about fighting the Empire. So these two ships go their separate ways. The Bad Batch is taking off on their own to go find the next mission. And we see the sisters flying off in their own ship and plugging the data stick into R7. And R7 makes a call, and we see a hologram, and nobody knows who it is. Everybody has been speculating at this point. What do you guys think? Who is this hologram? Who is that? I don't know if it's everybody's got the assumption that it's Ahsoka. Again, we're about to see end credits rolling. Dave Filoni, George Lucas, awesome episode as always. So yeah, guys, let's talk about this. The episode's over, and I feel like that was a great episode. There's some stuff a lot of us didn't expect. We didn't expect to see the sisters. The last time we saw the sisters, they were with Ahsoka before she joined Bo-Katan to go on the siege of Mandalore. So seeing the sisters, for me, I don't feel like there's anybody other than Ahsoka that the sisters really know. They don't know Bail Organa. They don't know any of these people. They don't know anybody in the Senate. They're just scrap, bounty hunter mercenaries, not bounty hunter mercenaries. They're just kids trying to make their way through the galaxy. So for me, I feel like that's a kind of a softball, if you will. The fact that the sisters have only dealt with Ahsoka, really, and Bo-Katan saw them for just a second. I don't really think that it's going to be Ahsoka. It's too easy. They're not going to give us that kind of feeder right now. If we're going to see Ahsoka, it's going to be with Rex maybe later in the series, or if at all. Maybe we might get a Sabine Wren scene real quick at the end and start that. I don't know. But right now I could tell you that I don't think that's Ahsoka that they made that transmission to. Personally, we were talking in the chat earlier, Strike, Solonic, a bunch of us over in the X-Wing Discord. We were talking about it being, here you go, Saw Gerrera. I think it's Saw Gerrera. In my opinion, if Ahsoka was going underground, she would have contacted the sisters and told them, if you need help in any way, here's Saw Gerrera's card. Go give him a shout. He can be trusted, and he is not a fan of the new Empire. So that's kind of my thought, is that Ahsoka definitely handed them off to Saw Gerrera's cell, and now they are working for Saw Gerrera, because I think that Saw Gerrera knows if you want to beat some Empire butt, you got to get some information that the clone fighting tactical droids knew. So for me, I believe that's where the girls, the sisters, came from. They're part of Saw Gerrera's cell. Crosshair is hunting. We were talking about this earlier. Crosshair is hunting Saul Guerrera. So this totally ties into the story because he didn't get Saul Guerrera's cell. He got a couple of the stragglers, but the um the Crosshair mission was to get Saul Guerrera and to get the rebels. Tarkin was not happy that he didn't come back with Saul Guerrera, or at least proof that Saul was dead. So I think that they're still hunting Saul Guerrera, and that's what the connection is right now to the sisters. I think that was a mission for Saul Guerrera, not for Ahsoka Tano. I think at this point, Ahsoka and Rex have split up, and Rex is either working with Saul Guerrera right now, or he is on the hunt to get inhibitor chips either taken out of heads or somehow disassembled or taken down. So he's, I would like to see him getting Wolf and Gregor and getting their inhibitor chips disabled. I think that's Rex's mission right now. I think Ahsoka is on her own going to become Ashla and to basically hide from the Empire and not get caught in Order 66 and be one of the stragglers that's getting hunted. So let's jump back through this episode. I think we're going to see a lot more of Sid. I think Sid is going to become a permanent fixture in this portion of the Bad Batch just because they need credits and they need a mission, at least until they run into somebody that they know, whether it be Saul Guerrera or Rex. We know that they're going to run into Rex at some point because Rex is seen with them in a piece of artwork or a trailer or something like that. So I think that's the next thing we're going to see those guys. Now, something that I kind of wanted to, I already talked about Omega not being force sensitive. I hope everybody kind of agrees with that now, because I think she would have used more of her force abilities in that moment to free herself from the. So we know Wrecker. We know Wrecker's having some issues. I hope that we see Wrecker have some issues in the next episode, and then we start to get our journey to find Rex, because we know Cut told the Bad Batch that Rex was going on a mission to find the inhibitor chips and a way to disable them. Next on the list, we talked about R7, and now we're talking about Saul Guerrera is Fulcrum. So I think that's the transmission. I think he's officially become Fulcrum now. Anakin knows that, but Anakin is basically gone. Yes, Vader knows everything that Anakin knew, but I don't think that they're going to put that math together right now, and that Saul is Fulcrum. Now, later after Rogue One, Rogue One, where we see his demise on Jeddah. During the Death Star test. After that, I think is when Ahsoka might have became Fulcrum, or before that. I don't know. I'd have to think more on that. So through the rest of the episode, I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a bummer we have to wait week by week to find out what happens next, but let's just run through the episode real quick and fast forward, see if there's anything I missed that I wanted to talk about. So, Droid Army, the sisters. I think that's pretty much it. I didn't want this stream to last too long. The big thing, the big Easter egg for me is R7's put back together. That just shows me that Rex has absolutely been in contact with the sisters. That tells me that that Rex has been in touch with the sisters, that they repaired R7 from the Venator crash site, and that so yeah, that's connective tissue right there. That's already telling me we're going to see Rex with Saul Guerrera, because why else would R7 be with the sisters that, in my opinion, are reporting back to Saul Guerrera, and Rex is with Saul Guerrera. So I that's the play I'm putting out there to the universe. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to jump in the Discord real quick and see if there's anything we need to talk about before we get into the giveaway. So I need to add Strike. All right. So I'm going to do this the same way that X-Wing did it. And basically, let's see, R7 changes color from one scene to another, is what Strike is telling us. Yeah, I mean, I thought he looked a little different, but then I went back and looked, and I think they might have just painted his top or might have had to replace a portion of him uh, because he got blaster fire through it. Not quite sure. Hopefully, they'll give us that a scene with that, maybe a little flashback. And then Patrick said, yeah, I noticed that also went from R7 color back to black and orange. So yeah, they might have been playing with a little bit of color, and there's Strikes telling us exactly what portion of the episode it was. But yeah, so basically, I'm going to do this giveaway the same way. I'm going to actually have to download a randomizer real quick. But yeah, why don't we do that while we're waiting? Any other tidbits you guys want to talk about from this episode, or anything you feel any of you guys want to jump in the conversation? I'll allow, I think now is a good time to go ahead and let anybody in that wants to come chat. So if you guys want, let me know in the comments, and I will send you a invite link on the Discord. But yeah, guys, I think that this has been a fun post watch party. Like I said, I think next time, I know X-Wing is fried from his watch party last night. I didn't really plan too far ahead. I wanted to do a giveaway, and I figured, well, we might as well watch the episode and make it more than 5 minutes long. So without further ado, let's just get this. We'll get the numbering done. Give me a couple seconds to figure out exactly which randomizer I'm going to get, and then we'll go through that. So let's give me 30 seconds, and let me figure out a randomizer real quick, guys. Hold on 1 second. I did it. I found one. We're downloading it right now, and then we're going to get into this. So yeah, basically we're going to do this the exact same way that we did that X-Wing did the first one that I was part of. So my question is gone. Where'd your question go? What was your question, Average? Put it back up, and we'll answer it. Okay, so I got a randomizer, and basically I'm going to do this the same way that X-Wing did his. And basically it's going to be just a numbering system. There were only 6 of you guys, so it makes it really easy for me to do this. So number 1 is going to be Patrick. Number 2 is going to be SWTS. Number 3 is going to be Aeromall. Number 4 is going to be Average. Number 5 is going to be Master Kenobi, and number 6 is going to be Strike. Okay, so we're going to do a number picking from 1 to 6. And this is going to be really easy. So I'm going to put this here in front of you guys, and I'm going to try to focus on it. So I'm going to punch in. Don't mind what I'm doing here. I'm trying to. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. So here's the first one. I'm going to do 2, since I have 2 different two-sided cards. So here comes our randomizer for number 1. Number 4. Number 4 is Average. So Average, I will give you first pick of the 2 cards. So we're going to do one more. Same thing, 1 to 6. Obviously, Average, you will not be eligible for this one. So if it comes up on 4, we're going to do it again. But Average, you're our first winner. If you want to jump in the stream and pick your cards, we can do that. Let me know. I'll send you an invite. So here we go on the second one, guys. Da, 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 da. Oh, come on. You can't give me 4 again. Okay, number 6, Strike, our last entry, is our second winner. So that was fun. Again, that is not going to be the way that I do this next time. next time we're going to do a little more. I want to have a little more fun with it. So we'll do. I'm going to get, like I said, a bingo puller, and I'm going to write your names on those balls and then throw them in there, and then do it that way, so it's a little more fun. So there you go. Our two winners are Average and Strike. So if either of you guys want to jump in, let me know. I can send you the invite on the Discord. In fact, I'm going to do it anyway, just so that you can come on if you want to. Let me know which two cards you would want, and we'll go from there. So Strike, I'm going to send you a message with the link. If you're 18, I hope you're 18. So let me send you an invite to the stream. Okay, Average can't hop on, but that's okay. Strike, I'm not sure if you're 18 and interested, but here is the link in the Discord. So if you want to hop on and let us know. Average, you won first. So since you can't hop on, I'm going to give you your choice. So the first one is card 1 and 5 I put together. So card 1 is the first card, and it looks like Ahsoka going into the temple, the Sith temple, after the finale of season 2 of Clone Wars. And the other side has card 5, and I believe this is her white lightsabers there. 18 and interested sounds so funny. Sorry, didn't mean to sound creepy. And then here is the second set of cards. This is I believe card 7 is Morai flying alongside Ahsoka in the temple. And then card 10 is Ahsoka at the World Between Worlds gate for Lothal. So this is a card that I'm very interested in doing further background on. So Strike is in the back. Average, let us know which card set you want. I'm going to bring in Strike to join us and say hello. What's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good.
So cool. So last entry in the raffle
Yeah.
But yeah, man, cool. Do me a favor and send me your address or an address that you'd like to have this stuff sent to. It's just a little giveaway, a little thank you guys for getting me to my 50 subscribers. So yeah, man, we'll let Average if he's gonna pick what he wants. But what are your thoughts? What do you think? You like cards? You like the top stuff? Have you seen any of these?
I have I think you have shown these like on another stream before, but like I've not seen them before you showed them. But they look pretty cool. Like the art style is pretty dope.
Well, it's Dave Filoni's art.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's, I mean, you can't go wrong right there.
You can't go wrong with that, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm glad that I'm glad I could do this little stuff. Like I said, later I am going to. Okay, so Average says he wants the 7 and the 10. Okay, so that means you're going to get 1 and 5. So that's the entrance.
Nice.
And then her with her white sabers. And then Average will end up getting the 1 and 10. Now, the 10 card I find to be really interesting because we never saw Ahsoka around the Lothal gate in the World Between Worlds. And this has her standing at the entrance. So I'm really curious if maybe we're going to see some of that in the Ahsoka series. Maybe we're going to see her in the World Between Worlds. That would be super interesting.
That would be dope.
So yeah, man, I'm glad you joined the stream. Like I said, there's only a couple of us, but that doesn't matter. If there was one of us, I'd still be here doing this. And I think the post show is a little more loose. Everybody's so engaged during the watch parties.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I mean, you're glued to the screen. You don't want to sit in a chat. I mean, I don't. If I'm watching it, I'm downstairs on the big screen. I'm trying not to be distracted.
No, for sure. Just let it go and work on you.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of the way I like to watch it. I watched Star Wars Theories watch parties for Mandalorian. That was really cool to see the community come together. But I kind of like watching it and then talking about it after. And then I need a couple watch throughs for some of this stuff. There's so much. I didn't even realize till we were talking in the X-Wing Discord VC that was R7. It completely blew my mind. It completely ran right over me.
Yeah, like definitely like some details like you just realize like after watching it like I don't know for multiple times and talking to people and yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I wanted to do this. I wanted to do the giveaway anyway. I was super pumped about hitting our 50th subscriber and wanted to give a little back to you guys. So, Average, also hit me in the Discord. Send me an address you want that stuff too. I'm going to package them up real nice so they don't get damaged. I am going to do a video on all 10 cards here pretty soon so that everybody can get a look and we can kind of chat about it because there's some cards I feel like we've seen already in the finale, or I'm sorry, in the World Between Worlds episode. We kind of got a little bit of glimpse, but I think there's a couple of cards still there that we haven't seen. And if I know Dave Filoni, he doesn't do anything without cause, especially with this character. So I'm really eager to hear and see what you guys have to think about all 10 cards. And maybe we can X out some of the stuff that's already happened, pulled a couple of cards that we haven't seen, and maybe do some theorizing there on another stream. So yeah, man, thanks for coming in and chatting with us. I'm going to finish up. Like I said, hit me on the Discord. I sent you a chat, you and Average, and let me get these things out to you. And thank you for joining us, man. I'm really
Yeah,
excited. This community is really invigorating me on Star Wars again. So I'm really
for
excited
sure.
that you guys are around and we can just jump on these voice chats on the Discord without having to do a huge stream just to shoot the Star Wars stuff, you know?
Absolutely.
So anything
Like
you need to plug, anything you're doing, you want to talk about, any interests you have on the subject matter that we haven't covered?
I just want to like thank you for having me and like congrats on the 50 subscribers. And yeah, no, I mean, I have a channel. I mean, it's plugged somewhere in the X-Wing Discord. No, but like I'm enjoying my time here. X-Wing community is great, and I think it's a great time to be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I think we're all trying to keep the negativity at a minimum, and everybody's trying to lift each other up. And that's what I'm saying. I haven't been this excited about the Star Wars community in a long time. I haven't had people to talk this much about Star Wars with in my regular life, and I think that's something we all have in common. Is that I know when I talk about this stuff with my friends and family, their eyes go glossy and they go to their
Hmm.
phones and they completely check out.
Like, yeah, right.
Right, everybody. I mean, maybe you got one or two friends you can kind of geek out, but you can't really dive down rabbit holes because they completely gloss over.
Yeah.
Whereas this community, it's great because we can jump in a VC, we can jump on the Discord and just talk Star Wars with no judgment. And I think that's kind of reinvigorated my want to finish these edits that I'm doing and get back into making new content because I'm trying to read between the lines where other people aren't. And that's kind of where these cards come into play. And I figured if I have extra stuff, I want to share it with you guys so that you guys can do the same thing. So I thank you for coming on and joining me. I wish we could have got Average, but we'll get him on another stream. And I know X-Wing is probably, if he's not snoozing right now, he should be because he was wrecked during that last stream.
Yeah, he looked pretty tired. Yeah.
Real tired. So and then he went out and put a full day's work. You know, my hats off to him for being a boss like that. But
Yeah,
thank
we're
you.
already telling him like, dude, take a break. Okay, we can live one day or like even a week without you. Just
Yeah, take a
don't
take a
ruin
couple hours
yourself.
to yourself. So but no, I think that we're gonna do, I think we're gonna rotate the Boomer Council between his channel, my channel, and two Star Wars nerds. So I think we're gonna be doing a rotation of that. So we'll let you guys know. I know we're gonna do another one next week. And I might even do a post show with him. I might talk him into doing a post show opposed to a viewing party so he doesn't get so wrecked. Because I know a lot of the YouTubers at the end of the day, they don't get back on for 12 hours after that.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, thank you for coming on. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Our first giveaway. There were only 6 of you. Hopefully, I'm telling you, when we get to our big numbers, I have a huge, huge, huge giveaway that I am so pumped to come and tell you about when we get close. I'm just waiting to get it here on the shelf. I'm actually having a photo a photo booth built for giveaways. So I have a friend that's building a little photo booth that's going to be all Star Wars, and we're going to be able to put stuff in there and shoot photos for the giveaways. So that's coming. There's
Nice.
lots of new stuff coming. Lots of big giveaways. I'm going to end up buying stuff that is exorbitantly expensive for you guys when we get to those bigger numbers. So tell your friends to come over, bring them over, just tell them to subscribe, join the Discord, because it's not just going to be Star Wars stuff that we're going to be giving away on the big one. It's going to be stuff that everybody's trying to get their hands on. Probably for my 500 subscriber, I'm just going to put it out there now. If we get anywhere close to where X-Wing is right now and get close to 500, I'm buying a set of Ahsoka Tano Galaxy discontinued lightsabers. Don't care how much it's going to cost me, and we're going to give them to one of you guys, because that for me is like, that's my baller item right now. And if we get anywhere close to him and get to that 500 sub mark, I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to spend that money for you guys, because I want you guys to have the things I want. So thank you for joining. Tell your friends, even if they're not into Star Wars, just go subscribe, get in there, check out the videos. I just dropped a new one today on Ahsoka and where she was during the OG trilogy. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. Smash the like button. But yeah, thanks for coming in, Strike. We'll see you on the next one. I'm hoping that we can bring in like 8 to 10 people on my next stream and just have a chat about whatever's coming up. So stick around, and thank you for joining.
Awesome.
All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap this up here pretty quick, but thank you guys for joining. Thank you for hanging out with me. I don't care if there's 3, 2, 1 of you out there. This has been fun for me. This is my first solo stream, really, and I'm glad you guys could come and join me. Again, tell your friends, smash the like button, get in the Discord, let's chat, and thanks everybody for being so positive. I wouldn't be doing this without, X-Wings community and without the positivity of everybody out there right now. I'm not the type, I got a face for radio, so I'm really excited to try this out with you guys. I was just going to just cut videos and use my voice, kind of like what Theory did in the beginning before he showed his face. But now that we're at 3 million subscribers for him, I hear we get to find out his real name. So that's going to be kind of exciting for all of us youngling content creators, because that's kind of how I look at us. We're the sub 1,000 subscribers. I feel like we're all younglings. We're all finding our way and we're helping each other out. So I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, you two that are winners, I'm going to get to you in the Discord, get the addresses to send you these cards. And thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it and interacting with me here in the chat. So until the next time, may the Force be with you. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of the people in your life, and we will catch you in the next one.